Hey folks, it's Ron here with Oregon Hot Rod. So you've seen that I got the 46 Ford, and I'm in the midst of trying to get a shop built out here. But in the meantime, uh, in assessing the 46 on just a short level, I realized I'm going to have to do a lot of rust repair on it. And so now I want to do a full assessment. I'm going to bring you in here on this. We're going to take a good look at it, look and see the work that I need to do, and kind of get an idea. I've looked online at all kinds of stuff, trying to find breakdowns of how the floorboards and the sill plates and all that stuff go. And there just isn't anything on these Fords. And it's amazing because there's tons of them out there, but all of them show pictures of pretty Fords. And this is not a pretty one. So anyway, we're going to take a look here. I'm going to show you what I've got to do. As we can see, let's just start at the front. We'll just kind of walk around. One of the things I've got to do is there's rust repair in these fenders and stuff. Now I've got other fenders here and that are patina just like these, and so I'm probably going to switch them out and do some work there to fix it. Maybe do some patch panels on some of them, but I want to keep this original patina on this truck or on this car. But as I'm walking around here, the things I notice is I have a funny feeling that the body mounts have sagged on this thing quite a bit, because when I look at the doors, I look at the door gap, I can go along the door gap here and I can see it's a lot wider up at the top here than it is at the bottom. The bottom is sagging here and the lines are not lining up, and so it tells me there's some issues right along here. You get up at the front, you got a real tight gap in here. The gap goes up, it gets tied up in here. So there's I have a funny feeling that this body is kind of the back, especially the back body mounts are probably worn out, and this whole body needs to be lifted up a little bit to bring everything back to where the gaps should be fairly close. When we get inside the doors, you can see there's all kinds of rust in here. It runs all the way through. I just bought these outer pieces here, but you can see that it's rusted all the way through in here. So I need to replace these rocker boxes altogether. Now I've been looking and seeing how they're put together and stuff. I have a good idea, but there's not any good pictures, diagrams, anybody else restoring theirs to get a good idea of how all of it goes together. I'm hoping that the running boards, they're somewhat solid. They kind of feel like it, but I'll never know until I get into them and stuff to see what's going on there. So, of course, the first thing I'm going to wind up doing is, I think my first chore is going to be to replace the body mounts. Now, when I get back here and I can see it, this whole trunk is rotted out and it looks like everything is sagging. I'm almost positive of that. All this back in here, these body mounts, yeah, I can see they're crushed down and stuff in there. So that's probably going to be the first thing I do, is try and get this rear part of the body lifted up to where it's going to be, to where it's solid. And probably wind up replacing this piece here as well. I actually think I have a piece, this that'll work in here real well. I've got a new gas tank, so we'll cut all this stuff out of here, get everything all out of there, and work towards getting that straightened out. I'm gonna have to get a new rear roll pan here. The trunk, I've got another trunk lid as well, but this trunk is not that bad as far as the outside goes, and I like it a lot. So hopefully I can just do some repair work along here and fix this trunk. Maybe we'll have to see as things go along here. You know, I've got other tail light rings for it here. We got a fender there that's got to be beat out. The one good thing about it, the guy when I bought it told me these wheels, these are all the tubeless tire wheels, which I guess apparently are really hard to get a hold of. And I went through my wheels and I realized that these wheels are they're different. The hubcaps actually click to the inside rather than the outside. Most of your wheels are clicked to the outside, and so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do there. I'm not particularly fond of this setup. I've already checked into getting a lowering spring or lowering axle. There's a 4-inch drop front axle. That's probably going to be one of the first things I do. Now the nice thing about it, I think we can go back into the trunk here again, and you can see it's already had leaf springs, parallel leaf springs done instead of the elliptic spring, and also it's got a Ford 9-inch rear end in it. So dropping this thing in the back is no problem at all. I just put some 3-inch, 4-inch lowering blocks in it, and I'm on the ground almost in the rear. So that's an easy peasy little deal to do there. I'm going over to the other side of the body here. We got the same issue. We got this closed gap here on the front. We got some rust issues here in the fender. So we got this closed up gap here. This, we're touching right up in here. So the gap here is real wide going down. Same thing, the door is not lining up here right. We got an overhang there. It's not right, so we'll have to do something about that. The same issue over here. The rocker boxes are just completely rotted away, so we'll have to do some work there. A little bit of rust in the doors, not too bad. A little bit on the bottom here it looks like, but it's not too bad, and just a little spot right here. But as we get into this thing, we'll find out more about how it is. It looks like the rest of the floorboard is really not too bad at all. The front floorboard looks really good. We got in here. Well, we got a Ford 3-speed in here, is what I was told, and that's what it looks like. We've got the 9-inch rear end. It's got a 302 in it. The looks like there's some rust back here in the back floorboard. We'll pull all this interior out of here. We're just going to take it right. We're just going to strip everything out of the interior here. Looks like I've still got the bows for the headliner, so that's really good. So the amazing part about this car is it was about 99% complete. I have all new pieces for the dash here. I even have a modified gauge unit with updated gauges in it for the other side there. Even the horn button for the steering wheel is in here. So cool. So these it leaves very little hunting for parts and stuff to do on this car. All the chrome work is here. The chrome for the fenders. We got extra chrome in the back there to do these other pieces. All the pieces across here. We got other handles for the back. We got the two chrome strips for this side. They're in the back seat back here. So all that. We've got the original heater to deal with. A little bit of work to do here on the hood. The only piece I found missing that I have not been able to find is this hood ornament. And so that's probably going to be my biggest issue. I've got 3 extra grills. So, but the problem with the grills are they're different. This here one has the indented pieces in here, and the ones I have are smooth. And so I'm going to do some work. I'll straighten out these grill pieces here, and I think I can straighten those out pretty good. Over the years I've got fairly good at straightening out some of this stainless, so we'll see how that works out. Under the hood, let's get this up here. Okay, so we got a 302 in here. It's not complete. There's no radiator. I do have an extra battery box, so I'll be able to do that. But the 302 is just sitting in here. The motor mounts are just bolted down. They're not welded in. There's nothing. But it's supposed to be a good engine, so we'll see. I'm sure this is more like a mock-up engine than it is anything, but the good thing about it is I don't really care, because in the backyard over there I've got a 87 Mark 7 with a high output 302 in it, so I can put that engine with the AOD in it and have a real sweet setup here. A nice driving car. I can take it out on the highway, go on road trips, do whatever I want with. So, you know, the plan for this is to keep the patina, because it's got some great patina on it. We'll do a linseed oil or something of that nature finish on it. We'll take and clean her all up, get all this here rough spot off of here. We'll do some work on these fenders and see if we can't get it all straightened out. But to the most part, I want to leave the patina. There isn't really any rust bad on the body itself, just on the inside and the floorboards and stuff. But anyway, keep tuned in. We'll be working on this 46 in the future here, as soon as I can get some room to move it in, and I'll start disassembling it, start working on some of this stuff. I'll get start working on the rust repair. That'll be the first thing we get done. Body mounts, rust repair, those kind of things. Get the interior stripped out so I got a good clean base to start with. Might have to do a little bit of sandblasting stuff on the inside and stuff to get it all cleaned up, but it's going to make one hell of a hot rod when it's done. So you guys stay tuned, be sure to subscribe, keep watching, hit the like button, do all that good stuff. If you want to see how this 46 progresses, stay plugged in. Okay, all right, thanks a lot. This is Ron out, Oregon Hot Rod. Bye.